version 11050, 605 grams or so all up weight. Foop, foop, foop. Ah!
Oh, you know. Why'd the camera shut off? What the fuck? Camera, turn back on, you jerk. Mirror dimension Ciotti, yeah, right. So you're saying there's a chance. Hold on, I could spec it up in here for you guys still. Just because we're not on YouTube doesn't mean that I don't want to give you guys semis. Come on. Come on. You know I got your guys' backs. Oh, yeah. It's getting hot in this motherfucker. Not because I'm in here, but because I've got fancy lights. There we go. That's all I can really turn on. I can't turn, well, no. Yeah, it'll pause the stream if I turn the other ones on. What are you guys used to seeing? You're used to seeing it like that, right? There we go. YouTube is doing something. All right. Let's investigate. I'm going to kick this camera on. Let's see if it... there it is. Okay, cool. So maybe YouTube is working. Wow, it's dark in here. Why is it so dark? Maybe YouTube's... it's written in Russian. I would love for YouTube to come back because I got a lot of work to do. Looks like everybody's saying that YouTube's working. Let's hang here for a minute. Oh, that brightened things up. Wow, that really brightened the room up. I didn't notice how much that light spills back there onto that. Whatever. Still half effed. Okay. Yeah, we'll hang out here. It's all good. Don E over on YouTube with a $3 super chat. Thank you, Donnie. Much appreciated, man. I don't know who to talk to. All right, I'm gonna put the I'm gonna put Instagram right next to YouTube. So I'll just look in between the cameras. Newport Drone WA says fuck YouTube. Wait, no, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that so you guys know that I'm on. I won't do that. All right. Let's just chill for a minute. I'll put on some jams. Put on some goddamn jams. This is too weird. The two live streams are out of sync. Just mute YouTube. YouTube, what are you doing, man? I was looking forward to hanging with Joshua for a bit. Make sure you guys let me know if... Wow, it's shockingly in sync here. The latency is very close between the computer... Sorry. Let me know if Joshua goes back... live. It's a solid stack, not too many reviews on it. It's a solid stack, not too many reviews on it. It's a solid stack, not too many reviews on it. It's a solid stack, not too many reviews on it. It's a solid stack, not too many reviews on it. Hey, have you guys heard anything about that iFlight stack? Let me know in the chat if you've heard anything about that iFlight stack. Is that what he was talking about? Was it an iFlight stack? I was trying to make a joke. JT MacGyver says your hair is parted on the wrong side on Instagram. Yeah, everything's backwards on Instagram. It must be very strange. C Young 300 with a $10 super chat. He says, I'm Newport Drone Washington on Instagram, LOL. Just because I can relate to you a lot lately, life can usually be a challenge. The echo is sweet. Thank you so much, C Young. I'm going to try my best to keep C Young connected in my brain with Newport Drone Washington. This is not TikTok, Tiago. I have a very bad relationship with TikTok because of Kristen. We won't talk about that, though. We're going to talk FPV stuff. I think YouTube just went to hell again. It seems to be racking up more dropped frames. Severin Haggerty says, my quad does a yaw twitch whenever I am at the end of a dive or power loop. So Severin, I'm assuming that when you're at the quad is falling down, potentially into its own prop. So it could be a couple things. Is it nice and smooth when that happens? If it's nice and smooth when that happens and there's no like audible like brrr, like oscillations, then more than likely you've got a motor or an ESC channel that's on their way out. It's going to be hard to troubleshoot that because it's just a twitch. It's not an arm dropping. There go the dropped frames on YouTube again. I'm glad I didn't pull down the Instagram stream. So yeah, having an extra ESC. Well, let me put it this way. Right now, like literally right now, is the time to buy as many FPV things as possible because the prices are going to go nuts. So do yourself a favor and just order a replacement ESC right now. And then put it in, and if the problem goes away, you know that the ESC was the issue. If the problem doesn't go away, hold on to your other ESC, and you've got a backup ESC that, and you bought the backup ESC before the prices went ballistic. So do that. Buy a replacement ESC. Do yourself a favor, buy an Acon AK32. Link down below in the YouTube description. Yeah, of all my videos. Buy an Acon AK32 ESC and you won't have ESC problems again. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're going to last what feels like 10 times as long as all the other ESCs. And they're not 10 times more expensive, so they're like $10 more expensive. So Acon ESCs are the bargain of the century because they don't blow up. And yeah, they're not that much more expensive. I mean, Christ, they're cheaper than Hobbywing ESCs last time I looked. So, yeah, thanks for that, Newport Drone. Very kind of you. Helicoptrosis says, I thought it was my PIDs on a little Cinewhoop was always twitchy. Cinewhoops don't really fall under the blanket of advice given for freestyle rigs. Cinewhoops have their own aerodynamic issues. Cinewhoops having yaw issues is typically related to a lack of thrust. All kinds of weird aerodynamic shit happens with the ducts, especially when you come down your own wash. So typically to clean that, to clean yaw issues up on a Cinewhoop, the solution is to go to a better motor. Most people that have those yaw issues on Cinewhoops are on 1507s or 1408s. Those are terrible motors. They should be burned for all eternity. They're not that terrible. They're terrible for everything other than racing. Racing is the only possible usage for a 1408 or a 1507 that suits the power delivery and just the motors in general. If you've got a Cinewhoop, you want 2004s at a minimum, or 2203 or 2204s. That's the motor that you want, and you want to get the highest KV that's available, and then if it's too much power, you can motor limit it down in beta flight. Yeah, lots of dropped frames. They're piling up again. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave the YouTube stream on. I'm gonna mainly pay attention to the Instagram stream. Although both chats are like right here, so I can kind of keep an eye on them. But it doesn't really make much sense to read the YouTube chats because YouTube is dropping frames. So if there's a question on YouTube that I answer, those guys probably aren't going to be able to hear me. So ask me questions on Instagram, people, because Instagram works totally fine right now. This is that protein powder with wheat. Is it wheat milk? Oat milk. Oat milk with oat milk, and you can't tell the difference between regular milk, which is awesome. Because Yeah, dairy is with the protein powder. I was drinking shitloads of regular milk, and that's not great. Oat milk is better for you. So. All right, boys and girls. I've adopted an approach that I like to call body confusion. I've been working really hard on it. It's where I drink healthy things with beer. Hey, Rick Anderson's in the house. Rick Anderson is one of my dear friends from back in New Jersey that I went to college with, actually. We met freshman year, and we've been friends ever since. So Rick and I have been friends for over 20 years. Love Rick Anderson. Slicky R.A. Come on. R for Rick, A for Anderson. Slicky for him being a slick-ass motherfucker. Looks like the dropped frames have subsided over on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, let me know in the chat what's going on. Is the stream up, down, backwards? Jaritz wants to invest in Oatly. That's a good plan there. That's actually what I tried all the different oat milks, and Oatly I really dug the most. Leaked footage of yeah, I did. BQ08 has a Joshua Bardwell Phoenix. What could be causing a shimmer in the FPV feed? Usually that is too much sharpening. It could also be too much gain. Looks good for now. Stream works. Looks good. Okay. The YouTube stream is potentially going well, but I'm going to keep going with the Instagram stream because this happened a minute ago and then YouTube shit the bed again. It's going to be hard for him to hit that link, Haku FPV. So yeah, BQ, it's more than likely too much sharpening. Go into the menu of the RunCam Phoenix and take like 10 or 20 points off of the sharpening, and that should fix it. If it doesn't fix it, do it again. If it still doesn't fix it, turn the gain down. There should be some kind of like HDR gain. Try turning that down. Patty Patterson says, don't jinx it again. Severin Haggerty likes Chobani oat milk. I don't think I've tried Chobani. I've tried like the Publix house brand, Oatly, and one or two others. When I was trying them, I was trying to use them with cereal, and they just didn't quite work with cereal. And I don't eat cereal often enough to want to move away from actual dairy, but now that I'm drinking, you know, like I went through a half gallon of milk in like 2 and a bit days. That's a bit much. So what I'll probably do is like I'll buy a half gallon of oat milk, and then 3 days later I'll get a half gallon of regular milk and just bounce back and forth there. That way, yeah, I don't know. As you can see up here, the fleet is pretty fucking banged up at the moment. That rig is actually broken too, I think. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Something broke on this. Was it a motor? I thought something broke on this. I stopped flying the other day. Oh, yeah. I ripped a motor wire off. So yeah, this is the current fleet at the moment, and that's an old prototype frame that's not built at all. That's just a show frame. Yeah, Cinewoop works. All the micros actually work, but I do not have a single 5-inch rig. I didn't move, Edge Ted. It's just reversed. Edge Ted asking on Instagram if I moved, probably because everything is reversed and it makes the whole room look totally different. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go throw this in the sink. This shit gets like kind of crusty. Be right back. Be right back. Taking the water bottle to the sink. Gonna wash it out with water and then pee my pants. Pee my pants. Pee my pants. I'm gonna pee my pants. Pee in my pants. Pee in my pants. Pee pee in my pants. Pee pee. Pee pee in my pants. Poop in my pants. Pee pee in my pants. Number one, number two, What must the neighbors think? Other than, what an asshole. Alright, was that entertaining enough for you guys? Yeah, water's fine with it. It's fine with water, but it's way better with the milk. That's what she said. License to Drive says, with the delay of Instagram, it sounds like Ciotti is doing a duet with himself. Yeah, YouTube has not dropped frames in a couple of minutes, so I am cautiously optimistic. Archangel says, fucking Jersey boys over here. I am from New Jersey. Ricardo says, I enjoy mid-air floating effect till almost hitting the ground. Setting up on the radio special function, override throttle, momentary switch with, say, plus 5% throttle could extend float time. I guess. I mean, or you could just move the throttle up a little bit. Like, why wouldn't you just, why not just move the throttle up a little bit? That would be what I would do. What I'm actually really interested in is turning on 3D mode, but having it set up only on the momentary switch, and then, like, barely using it. I think it would be really funny to just, like, kick 3D mode on, and the momentary switch on the QX7 is the only thing that triggers it, and then, like, you never use it. But then, like, there'll be a time where you're inverted, and, like, you're gonna just barely not make it, and you're off throttle, that you could kick that momentary switch on and just give it a little bit of throttle, and it would just, like, and it would be the creepiest thing ever, because we're all very used to, like, the amount of throw that we get. And so I would just kind of, like, sneak it in there just a little bit, just like a little bit of reverse throttle, just and just make it like just barely. Yeah, I'm gonna do it one of these days. I'm so goddamn lazy with that stuff, though. Anything involving change. Drop frame still holding strong at 24,111. That's been the number for a while now, so that's good. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. MotoRef bought some of those Diatone Mamba F722 30x30 ESCs on RDQ. 60% clearance because they were so damn cheap. Are they good? Sorry for the repost if you answered. I have no idea, MotoRef. The 20x20 has been fine. The 20x20 is in the test bed rig that I still need to get AM32 up on. So the 30x30 should be fine. CMYK says, the Ripsqueak is bananas, dude. The tune is insane. I beat the piss out of it today. Thank you. You are certainly welcome, CMYK. CiottiFPV hired me over on Fiverr, which you can get to by going to CiottiFPV. for my build planning services. And so we spent an hour talking about who his favorite pilots are, where he flies, how he flies, what are the goals with the rig. I have a whole bunch of questions that I ask. And then by the end of them, I'm fully dialed in and know, exactly what's going to be the best rig to perform in all those magical situations. And so, yeah, I then make suggestions of, these motors, this frame, this camera, this flight controller, this ESC, these batteries, blah, 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 blah. Brian Ladmiral says, YouTube is still jerky with no sound on my end. There are no more dropped frames, but God only knows what nonsense YouTube is going through. So I think let's just kind of hang out some more here on Instagram. We're gonna do a mailbag, but nope, don't do that. Nope, don't do that. People will send you things. We're gonna do a mailbag, but I know how I can do it. Hold on, here I can do it. We can do it. We can do a mailbag here. Wait, no, I have to. It's over here. It's over here. All right, ready? We're gonna do a mailbag. Ooh. All right, ready? It's time for mailbag. Hey, mailbag. Ball bag. They're here. They're here. CiottiFPV says PayPal. That means hold on. Damn! CiottiFPV sent me $100 goddamn dollars on Instagram. On PayPal. I'm not doing International Game of Whoop 3, Zach. Sorry. Steven Steinbaker, holy shit. He left the comment, that tune is too fucking legit. Found T have gotten in the air, couldn't have gotten in the air without you. Thank you so much, CMYK. That is incredibly generous. Damn. Very, 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 very cool. I swear to God, if some of you guys don't hire CMYK-FPV to do graphic design for you soon, I'm going to stab you all with a shovel. You wait till you see the stuff that this guy's been designing for me. It's ridiculous. We're trading hours basically. We're doing work trade for each other. Oh, Ricardo Ferrer. Ricardo is he's asking about this, so we might as well get into it.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだそこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメ目諦めたら周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそネバギブアップ。
Okay, so, oh boy, that's not the right thing. That's the right button. There we go. So, Ricardo, Never Give Up Clam Man there, I stole from Jimmy Broadbent. Jimmy Broadbent is an incredible sim driving streamer here on YouTube, and arguably my favorite live streamer. And yeah, he in motorsport, it's important to never give up, because even if you drop down to last, for example, in a race, everybody could have problems, or there could be a red flag or a yellow flag, or any number of different things could happen. So yeah, it's important to never give up in motorsport. And yeah, Jimmy Broadbent, I think, found Clam Man just on YouTube and started using it, and I just thought it was absolutely hysterical, so I stole it and started using it. And now it's on a goddamn sticker. What do you think of that? It's on a sticker. Look at that sticker that it's on. If you'd like that sticker as a reminder to never give up in life and in an FPV, head on over to CiottiFPV.com and click the Etsy button and give me $5. The stickers are all $5 because you're supporting me doing this for a living. I'm not going to make a living out of selling stickers. I'm going to make a living out of releasing the best quality content that I can. And in order to do that, I need everybody's help. And sometimes that help means you guys pay $5 for a sticker. KB's been through 3 transmissions. Never a good time. Motorsports can eat my ass sometimes. Let's dig into the mailbag. What is that? What is that in the bottom of the box? License to Drive's got that sticker. That's why License to Drive's life has turned around. I don't know if it actually has. But License to Drive never gives up anymore. That's what I was trying to say there. Look what I found. The Emax 3.5-inch props. Although that's a super bummer. So the OG, hold on. I might have them here. Did I leave them out? I did. The OG Emax 3.5-inch props. They had the hub design where you could do M5 or T-mount, which looks a little something like this. Well, I already put the little cap in that one, and it's hard to get the little caps out, but it looked like this. And so yeah, Emax has been selling these Scimitar 3.5-inch by 2.8 pitch by 3 blade. They've been selling these for like 1.5 years. Very recently, they came out with the Tiny Hawk, I think it is. That's on 3.5-inch props, and they're selling Avan Scimitar 3.5 by 2.8 by 3 props, same as these, but these are T-mount only, and that sucks a bag of dicks because I was really hoping to run these on the 1804, the X-Nova 1804s with the M5 shaft, and now I'm not going to be able to. So now I'm kind of stuck with a bunch of sets of these. They do make, X-Nova does make the 1804, I think. Yeah, they do. With T-mount, but I don't have those. I have the ones that are T-mount. So that really sucks. I was really hoping that these were going to be the old style. Oh man, see, the dropped frames are going nuts again. This whole stream is going to be Instagram and YouTube because I have no faith that YouTube is going to work. They are having some serious problems at the moment. Damn. That really sucks. I was really hoping that these would not be T-mount only. Metal Dirtskin has a couple packs of the M5 T-mount ones. I'll trade you. Awesome, Metal. Shoot me a message. I have 5 packs of these that I really kind of don't have a use for, if I'm completely honest. Did they change the blade profile, I wonder? Nope. Same exact blade profile, same exact everything. Weird. Weird that they changed that. If anybody has the old school 3.5-inch Avan Scimitars that have the M5 end T-mount center section, I will absolutely trade you or buy them off of you or suck your dick for them. Sorry. Sorry, Mom. Oh, boy. I jumped up a notch. Combining a couple of these into the same bag. Woo! We talk some shit up in here. Yeah, Metal, shoot me a message. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you, brother. Sweetening the deal already. Yikes. Zach Cagley says, anybody ever try the Gemfan Wind Dancer 3-inch? Not much thrust, but I'm liking them for freestyle. Depends on which, they have a bunch of different 3-inch Wind Dancers, Zach. What's the $20 is $20, Patio Patterson says. What's the pitch on the ones that you're running there? If you're talking about the 30-28s, those are really the best 3-inch T-mount prop that we've got available to us at the moment. I'm pushing Gemfan as hard as I possibly can, which is not very hard. I don't have much pull over there. But as often as I can, I mention to them that we don't have a good 3-inch prop for freestyle. And they've told me that that they want to do a Ciotti prop, a 3-inch Ciotti prop. And I've had the conversation with them about requirements and, you know, where the hole in the market is. The other really good prop right now is the Gemfan 30-35. It's a lot older of a propeller, but it's arguably better than that 30-28. This is the big exciting thing that was in this box. These are the iFlight 1504 9x9 mount base 3900 kV motors that I am very, very, very excited about for use on the Ripsqueak number 3. This is just another motor option for us that runs smooth and is the correct size for 200 gram all up weight 3-inch rigs. And that is really, really exciting. It's really exciting to have more than just one option, basically, when it comes to motors on these. So if you're new around here, 200 grams all up weight is the correct weight for a 3-inch rig. If you're looking for something that is going to give you similar to 5-inch flight dynamics. I have realized this over years and years and years of testing and just building 3-inch rigs at all different all-up weights, from all the way down to like 70 or 80 grams, all the way up to 280, 290 grams. 200 grams is the right weight. It's the correct weight. Zach says 30-28. Yeah, I had a feeling you were talking about the 30-28. 661 says 30-28 is Wind Dancer, 30-52 is Flash, right? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. I thought they were, I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, so yeah, and at 200 grams, and with what most of these 3-inch props weigh, the correct motor size is looking like 1504 or 1405 or 1306, or maybe even 1505. And we now have all of those options. We have an Emax and an RCX 1306, which perform really well. We don't have all those options. We don't have a 1405 yet, which is fine. But we've got a 1504 and a half Brother Hobby, and we've got, what am I saying? No, so we've now got 1504 iFlight, we've got 1504 and a half Brother Hobby, we've got 1505 Toka. I have those Tokas somewhere around here. BQ08 says, what's the best 4-inch prop for a freestyle 250 gram rig? The Gemfan 4023. But a 4-inch rig at 250 grams all up is not going to fly like a 5-inch rig. It's going to fly closer to what a toothpick flies like. So if you're going to bounce back and forth between a 5-inch freestyle rig and then that 250 gram 4-inch rig, you're going to have two totally separate sets of muscle memory. And that's going to make your job as a pilot a lot harder, BQ08. What I would do if you already have the 4-inch frame, for example, is just run 3.5-inch props on it. 250 gram all-up weight is the appropriate all-up weight for a 3.5-inch prop if you want 5-inch freestyle flight dynamics. And 5-inch freestyle flight dynamics like are just kind of like perfection at this point, right? Because like 5-inch freestyle rigs have been around a long time. They've had the biggest, deepest R&D cycle that we've been able to throw at any sized rig in FPV. So yeah, personally, I really work hard to build all of my rigs to as closely mimic the 5-inch freestyle flight experience as possible. Yet more dropped frames over on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I would actually do, is run that rig on 3.5-inch props, and so you're on a 2004 3150 kV motor. 3150 kV is actually going to be a little too low, I think, for a 3.5-inch prop. I mean, you might as well try if it's a T-mount. If it's a T-mount 2004, you can get these Emax Avan 3.5s and give it a shot. I think you're going to like these if they make enough power. 3150 might be a little low if you're on 4S. If you bump up to 5S or 6S, it'll be plenty. But on 4S, 3150 kV on 3.5-inch props might not quite be enough. Although, that being said, with micros, you do want to scale the power down. Like, you don't want a super powerful micro. Micros are not well suited to have a ton of power and to cover distance. If you want to cover distances with a micro, you got to bury the nose, and that looks terrible in freestyle footage. The whole point of building smaller than 5-inch is that you can fly smaller locations. And flying smaller locations means that you go slower and you have less power available to you, less power to weight. So maybe 3150 kV would actually be okay. FP Vista says, what about 1404 3800? What about it, FP Vista? Like, what's the question? Patty O'Patterson says, does low KV give you good resolution? Absolutely, Patty. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Throttle resolution with micros is king, because with micros you're flying in smaller spaces, hopefully tighter spaces, so you need to be able to make smaller adjustments, right? With micros, you want to be flying these spots that are really busy and they have a lot of stuff going on. So instead of shooting a gap that's this big with a 5-inch rig, with a micro you're trying to shoot a gap that's this big. So in order to do that, you have to have more throttle resolution, and in order to have more throttle resolution, you have to have less power. You can equate it to KV for sure, but like, to be even more simple about it, less horsepower. With micros, the least possible power that you can stand is the right amount of power. Because the lower the power, the better the throttle resolution, the more accurate you're going to be able to fly, and it's all about flying accurately with micros, because you're trying to shoot impossibly small little gaps, and you're trying to go through, half the railing, and then, something that's this big, and so yeah, there you go. FP Vista says 3-inch or 4-inch, 3.5-inch, sorry, looking to learn about pairing. So 1404s are only really big enough for a 2.5-inch prop. When you put them on a 3-inch prop, or if you put them on a 3.5 or a 4-inch prop, they would be just pretty terrible. It's just not enough motor. Yeah, it's just not enough motor for the weight or the drag of a 3-inch, 3.5-inch, 4-inch prop, unless you're doing long range. If you're doing long range, all of these rules go completely out the window. Long range has nothing to do with flight quality or flight dynamics. It's just how small of a motor can you put on a rig to just get absolutely as much range as possible. I come from a complete like freestyle flying approach where I want my rigs to fly well, and well, yeah, I just want them to fly really good. And long range rigs don't. Long range rigs objectively fly pretty awful, but that's the point. They're designed to fly awful so that they can go as far as possible, right? Like if you were building a car to drive across the country in 1 tank of gas, you wouldn't build a 1,000 horsepower car, right? You'd build a 5 horsepower car that was really aerodynamic. So there you go. Awesome. I'm very glad that these have arrived. I've already opened one of these up on the stream, so I don't really know why I'm opening this right now, but maybe just to celebrate. 661FPV over on YouTube says his first long-range rig was the GTR 349. That's an awkward long-range rig. But what's interesting is you can fly pretty decent distance. I mean, a micro is never really going to go all that far. But you can fly way farther and longer than you would typically think with pretty much any rig. If you just don't go full throttle, you would not believe how much abuse going full throttle puts on your batteries, and how quickly it goes through a battery. All right. Familiar FPV says, thank you for the great info. You've mentioned checking motor health in beta flight by spinning up motors and listening. What do you look for as signs you need to change a motor? You'll know, Familiar. I know that's a terrible answer, but it's the real answer. You'll know. The whole point to doing that, and here's the reason why you'll know, is because there's 4 motors on your rig, and they're not all going to be equally banged up. So you spin up motor 1, you spin up motor 2, you spin up motor 3, you spin up motor 4. If they all sound completely identical, then chances are they're all in perfect condition. As you start crashing, typically the front motors are going to get more banged up than the rears, and then typically one side is going to get banged up more than the other side. So almost always, if any of the motors are anything less than perfect, it's not going to be even. So yeah, just by the fact that you're going to spin each motor up individually, if there's a problem, you're going to know it. One of the motors is going to shake like hell, or it's going to sound like hell. Maybe 2. But yeah, once you start doing that test, and then the other thing is, every time that you build a fresh rig, make sure you do that. Because a brand new fresh rig, when you spin it up, you're going to be like, wow, that's really smooth, that's really quiet. That's what motors should feel like, and that's going to build your, mental, like, just sort of understanding of what, of what a clean motor, a fresh motor, a non-banged up motor sounds and feels like. Make sense? Cool Coyote says, how's your 3-inch frame coming? I do not know, Cool. Ryan Harrell did the work on it, and then I think he cut it, and then, and I haven't heard from him in a minute. I know he got super busy with Get FPV stuff, and he's been doing all of this work for me for free because I really don't have any money to pay him. So I typically don't bug him about it, since he's been unbelievably generous already. So yeah, when he has a chance to finish it and get it in the mail, he will. Up until that point, I'm just gonna hang out, and yeah, it's all good. I'm not really in a place where I can test that frame at the moment anyway, so yeah, it's kind of good that it hasn't come through. But I'm getting there. I'm trying to get caught up here. CMYK is upgrading from box goggles. Module recommendations got to be rapid fire. In my opinion, CMYK. Look for, there are lots of good deals on FPV Exchange and FPV Marketplace for used Fat Sharks with modules. You'll usually pay about half of what you would buy new. And Fat Sharks are such good quality, and the Rapid Fire is such good quality that that's the bargain of the year right there. So that going to be my recommendation. What else we got here? Look at that, I'm caught up on chat. And it is now 10 o'clock. So what's going on with the dropped frames? Not too bad. They're steadily going up, but there's not that many dropped frames. I think maybe we can bail on the Instagram live stream. It's at 63 minutes. There's only 7 people in the Instagram stream. I mean, I can kind of just leave it going. Maybe not though. I'm gonna be so distracted if I leave it going. I'm gonna kill the Instagram stream. So you 7 people on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. Now 8 people. Come on over to YouTube. The stream has been going. It looks like YouTube is back up. So yeah, let's do that. Thanks for hanging, Instagram people. See you over on the YouTube. This button and that button. And oh, should I put this one up? Or should I just delete it? Fusion, in my opinion, and most of the other people that have really used it and know the story behind it will versus Rapid Fire. Fusion, I don't think will ever be as good as Rapid Fire. The amount of testing that went into producing Rapid Fire, TBS didn't come close. So yeah, I'm sure Fusion is good. I've heard that it's pretty good from people, but a bunch of the pro pilots that went from Rapid Fire to Fusion have now gone back to Rapid Fire. Mainly the ones that aren't sponsored by TBS, go figure. But yeah, Rapid Fire is going to be better just because the development cycle of Rapid Fire was almost 4 years deep. So yeah, Fusion is probably never going to catch up. And that's fine. Fusion is plenty good, and lots of people love TBS, and brand loyalty is a thing that a lot of people kind of fall into that trap of, and it's fine. If it makes you feel better, great. But yeah, the Rapid Fire is more expensive for a reason. Familiar FPV with a $5 super chat. He says, CiottiFPV, thanks for the motor tip. I'm a cheap bastard, so I probably just need to switch out a motor and not try to push it to the bitter end. What were we talking about, Familiar? Was that the yaw twitch at the bottom of power loops? If it was, I don't think it's a motor problem. I think it's an ESC problem. But maybe that's not what we were talking about. I forget. Do I share this? No, I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna delete it. Deleting it. It's deleted. Okay, cool. Well, that was fun. Let me get this phone plugged in. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. There we go. Yeah, go-kart, that was fun. Go-kart Mozart and I hung out in Gran Turismo Sport on PS4 last night and had a blast. It's a really good time. I haven't been on the driving sim in a while, so that was really nice to get back into it. 661 says, the Fusion seems to work the same as my TrueD did. Yeah, that's what most of the guys that moved from Rapid Fire to the Fusion said. Is like, yeah, it's, I feel like it's 2 years in the past. Which is fine. TrueD worked pretty damn good. But, you know, Rapid Fire is better. in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Let me. The wall looks so naked up there. Let me put the working Cinewoop up there, just so it looks a little bit less Spartan. Okay. Hey, now I can turn on the rest of the lights in this mother. Hold on. This is man. This night's been a little crazy. We got to get a little bit more purple up in here. Hold on. Magic Home, all devices. Come on. Nope. That's not what I wanted. There it is. Now we're talking. Oh, look at that. Hot boy up in here. Fresh haircut. Some fancy lights. What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. This is my full-time job. If you'd like to support me, head on over to CiottiFPV.com and just click all the goddamn buttons. There's a link to my Patreon over there. That helps me the absolute most. You can get on there for as little as $3 a month, or if you want to support me a little bit more than that, you can get in on a bunch of giveaways that I do every other Monday. There's a $5 tier, $10 tier, $20 tier, $30 tier. Those are all geared towards the giveaways. It'll be explained once you get on over there. There's also an Etsy store on CiottiFPV.com. There's a Fiverr store. My FPV exchange store is in there, and then there's a whole bunch of affiliate links. If you ever find yourself doing an order on Amazon, Banggood, AliExpress, Camera Butter, Oh My God's website, FPV Cycle, FPV Crate. Is there not an affiliate link to FPV Crate? No, there is. Okay, good. And Get FPV. Just had a weird moment. And Amazon. If you're ordering anything from any of those websites and you go to CiottiFPV.com first, I'll get 1 to 6% of your total shopping cart for free. You can still get free shipping. You can still use coupon codes. It doesn't matter. So do it, and I'll love you forever, and I'll keep bringing you good content, I promise. CMYK says, have you converged this, but thoughts on the TBS Mambo? I don't really understand the TBS Mambo. I guess it's just it was just an excuse to make a wide radio, it seems like, which is great for people with big long fingers like me, but the QX7 is a lot cheaper and works totally fine. So I'm perfectly happy with the QX7. If you're just getting into the hobby, maybe the Mambo is a good choice. But if you already have a transmitter, I mean, there's really no reason to get a different one unless you don't like it and you think you're gonna like that one more, I guess. But there's really nothing about it that. Yeah, I mean, it's just another transmitter. You know, we have 7,000 options for transmitters. It's just another option. I don't know. Maybe it gives you a handy under the table or something. But other than that, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll stick with a $100 QX7 and spend the rest of the money on GoPro sessions and, you know, additional flying rigs and stuff like that too. So, but that's just me. I try really hard to not have brand loyalty because brand loyalty doesn't do anything for you. Like it, and more often than not, it like prevents you from buying perfectly good things from another brand. So, yeah, fight brand loyalty. The brands aren't doing anything for you, right? Like they're not sponsoring you, they're not giving you discounts, like they're doing nothing for you. So to have loyalty to them doesn't make any real sense, other than like, you know, the last thing that you bought from them didn't catch on fire. And I mean, that's somewhat valid, but plenty of stuff in this industry doesn't catch fire anymore. So the brand loyalty thing is a little blown out of proportion. All right. So what's the fucking plan here, people? What do you guys want to do? I don't care what you want to do. You're gonna watch me fix shit. I have to fix so much stuff. So Let me get started on that, because otherwise I got nothing. I got nothing to fly. And I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this prototype 5 so I can mail it out. I do have to pee though because I've been drinking beer, and that happens. So let me give you guys something to watch, and I'll go pee pee. All right, hold on. Let me find a good jam on Epidemic Sound. What do we got here? Behind the Line by Tiger Blood Jewel. Oh, this might work. Ooh! Ooh! Here you go, boys. Oh! Ooh! Play, motherfucker! Alright, hold on, no, hold on. We gotta go back. We gotta get the whole fucking thing up in here. Come on now. Yeah! I'll be back. Yeah! What you know about that? Look at that reverse entry. Alright, enough. Yeah, I can't wait to do an edit with that. Fuck! Hold on, let me grab that, let me download that song. That shit is dope. Download full mix. Easy. Epidemic Sounds, easy. Whoa! Alright. B-Man says, I built for hours today. I'm still not done. Only the hardware. I'm about to join you, B-Man. Let's get it. Here we go. We got 2 more motors to solder up to this ESC. And then, what is this here? Oh, I know why these are here. And then, yeah, we're going to move on from there. And I'm going to start fixing glides because they're all broken. And I hate when they're all broken. I hate it more than mayonnaise. What movie is that from, friends? First person to call it out doesn't get punched in the face. Adorable. Oh, we're streaming? Sorry. With, yeah, them. Karch? That's a strange spell check. Alright, let's dig in. Away we go! Sorry, boys. Got something going on here. Alrighty then! Let's get it! Always remember to never give up in life, in FPV, in all things, boys and girls. Okay, so we're leaving these motor wires long, and that is so that they're going to be protected by going around this standoff here. And so what we're going to do, but one of these is going to be too long. That's what she said. And it's going to be on the other side. It was this one here. Oh, yeah. Way too long. Okay. So I am going to shorten this one up a little bit here. I'm going to chop this one up here. And then, but the other ones we can leave alone, which is super awesome. And I'm very excited about. Because I'm a huge fucking nerd. Hey! And proud of it. God damn it. Who else is building? Who else is joining in on the pain that is building something that you will then take outside, fly 100 miles an hour, and smash into concrete? And brick and metal and trees and people. Not people. Not people. Don't be that guy. Don't ruin the hobby for the rest of us. You can hit almost anything you want. Just don't hit people. It's not cool. Don't be the guy that's on the news. You don't want that noise. All right, friends. Away we go. Let me give you guys a little bit of zoom. I think I forgot to zoom yesterday. Oh, good. Logitech is broken. Way to go, Logitech. You are the worst. I'm going to light you on fire and dance on your grave. A little dark. YouTube exploding has pissed all of us streamers off, so it's a little dark in here. Oh wow, look at the glare. Let me take care of that. Take care of that glare. There you guys go. That should be a little better. That's way more inconvenient for me, but I do it for you guys. Everything I do for you guys. That's not true. I do it for myself. But I think about you guys. Sometimes I think, what do the guys want me to do? And then I'm like, well, fuck them. No, I only say that if it's something that I don't want to do. If it's something I don't want to do, I'm like, fuck them. They'll get over it. If I do something I want to do, I'll be in a better mood, and they seem to like when I'm in a good mood, so I'll just do what I want to do. I want to do what I want to do. Never gonna get married. It's from the intro to a Ford song. Beautiful song. It might be It might be the intro to Bedford Falls, actually. I need to grab the tweezers. I'm not going to be able to hold this in place much longer. There we go. That's on there pretty good. It's not quite flat enough, though. I'm going to put a little bit more heat into it. There we go. Now we're talking. Cool. Okay. That is a little better. Now we're going to do this little fella here. And grab it there. Try to straighten this wire out a little bit. Okay, here we go. And there's not much solder on these pads, so I'm having to add a little bit, which I'm just doing by tinning the iron a little aggressively. And shit, that was a total fucking fail. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work. I don't know why I thought the tweezers were gonna be able to hold that. But that's okay. We'll try again. Let me come in at an angle like this. Wait, no. No. Grab it like this. And then I'm going to do that. There we go. Now we're talking. Add a little bit more to the tip of the iron here. Come on, little buddy. Melt, you bastard. I forgot to put flux on the pads. But that's okay, because I'm tinning the tip of the iron. Let me get a little bit more solder on there. That's the stuff. Yeah! Alright, and now while it's hot, I just want to push it down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Alright, last one here. And then we can move on to motor 1. Just grab this. And I'm going to turn it like that. And I can hold it right there. And I'm going to have to really work for this one, because it's at a very strange angle. It was a funny angle. He was behind you, Tyrone. When you reverse, things come from behind you. Oh shit, come on. Get back on there. Get back on that pad. Get back on that pad, little buddy. Be cool. Be cool. Oh! Oh! I thought I was going to have a little trouble on that one, but it looks like right at the last second there. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is the stuff. Ah, nope, 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 nope. That's what I thought was going to happen. It didn't get quite hot enough. All right. I'm just going to touch this one up. I just got to add a little more heat to it. It's in the right position, but it just needs to melt all the way. Just going to add a little tiny bit of solder just so there's a little bit of flux. And we're just going to be patient this time. That's it. That's all it needed. That's all it needed. All right, now we're going to do this front motor, and we're going to move on. Rob Axelson says, good evening, family town, long week. Back at the moment. Good to have you back, brother. Kagai FPV correctly called it out. Snatch. Rob Axelson got it as well. So you know what nemesis means. A righteous... I don't remember that quote, actually. I know it begins with righteous, though. The righteous version of my butthole. Never cross a guy that owns a pig farm. Never, never, never. I wonder if that holds true in the U.S. I mean, I'm sure it does. If pigs can eat bodies, I'm sure there's plenty of people that have bodies that need to be eaten. Little dark! said to me, I'll be awake. I took a nap. And I fell in love, boys. I fell. Oh, shit. We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright, friends. Everything's gonna be cool. Nobody panic. It's organic. Alright. We are cut down. Now we just got to strip them, tin them, zap them. And another t-shirt design was born. Cut them, strip them, tin them, zap them. Oh, you know what we could do? Those shirts with the with like the 3 and 4 and 5 people's names on them. Cut, strip, tin, zap. CiottiFPV. What do you guys think? Who's excited? In their pants. Yeah. Okay. Good. That was a good one there. I really put my back into that sound. Yeah, I did. Today is my 6 o'clock beginner yoga class. It's really good. It was so good tonight. Oh God, Megan killed it. She's the best. Megan being the yoga instructor that does that class. It's funny. It's like it's not actually a beginner class. It's just more of like a foundations class, and she just does a really good job. But those of us that are in the class, like we're not beginners, which is really cool, because it allows her to not just like adjust and correct us the whole time, or at all for that matter. And then she can talk about like what muscles it's working and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And like where we should be feeling the stretch, and how much to hold it, how much to like not collapse into it and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's really good. Thursday I'm gonna go big dickin' and go to the universal class, which is like kind of much higher level. So that should be interesting. I might be broken for Friday night stream, but if I am down with that, man. The soreness from yoga is very different than the soreness from just getting ripped, bro. It's much more live-withable. Why is this moving around? What are you doing? Don't do that. I need you to be not moving around there, shrimp wrap. Alright, maybe that'll be a little bit better. Or maybe I'll just burn myself now. Yep, gonna burn myself. Give it a second to kind of cool down. Oh my God, the chat just blew up. Always beware of a man that keeps pigs. They will go through bone like butter. Athix says, hey man, license to drive says, cut them, strip them, tin them, zap them, fly them. Oh yeah, we forgot the flying part. Oh yeah, the Nanohawks were $50 on RDQ. I almost bought one last night, but I didn't. And Mark Tordenson saying hello. Yeah, RDQ's clearance section is 60% off. There's really not anything all that great in there, to be totally honest with you guys, or I would have posted it. Although I should have posted it for the Nanohawks. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. All right, so let's zip these on here. And It feels so weird to solder straight out on the pads. It's so easy. It's so much easier than doing it at a diagonal like I usually do. But on these front arms, it makes sense to do it this way. Alright, that is now dry. I'm going to give it as much of a downward bend as I can. And that's about all I could. That's fine now. Next. Trying to really get in and out on these and pull the solder down into the wire itself. So I'm going to be as quick as I can. And there we go. And then while it's still warm, I'm going to just kind of preform it down a little bit as much as I can. And then one last one here. All right. And there we go. Oh, that's not enough solder. Oh, yeah, it is. Nope, no, it ain't. It's also moving on the pad. Ooh, this one's going to be ugly. Ooh, gross. All right. That's not going well. That one kind of fought me, and it kind of wiggled its way out of the tweezers to some extent. So I'm going to put a bunch of solder on the tip of the iron here, remove it, put it back where it belongs, and really try to bend this thing down because the wire pulled in a lot of solder. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. There we are. Okay, that's looking okay. All right, we got it. We up in here. Cool. That's sitting nice and flat. This ESC will now sit down nice and flat. 30 by 30 flight controller up on top. I think we are going to need a little spacer in between. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. We're going to need a little 2mm spacer. That is totally fine. Okay. So we got that guy there. I need to actually put a little bit of welder on the corner here, just as a insulator, because when I was pushing that down, the silicone kind of let go. But that's all right. That is now safe, and we are good to go. Perfect. June Loco says, what's your opinion on Gep RC 5040 props for freestyle? I've never flown them, but Gep RC is not a propeller company, and like propellers are kind of cheap, so yeah, I don't really see a point. I didn't even know they were making those. I really doubt that they're going to be better than anything that GemFan or HQ makes, you know what I mean? Since like making props is kind of their thing. So yeah, I would avoid them just because, like, yeah, I mean, what are the chances that they're magically better than what the companies who focus all day every day on making props are putting out? You know what I mean? And if you fly them and you think that they are better, I would really caution you to kind of like challenge your there's a lot of potential right there for placebo, right? Because you're like, oh, these were 50 cents less, and maybe they're the secret thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, be very careful, because that's a situation where yeah, that's just a good situation for placebo to pop its little pain in the ass head up and be like, hey, I'm gonna make you think something that's not true now. And that's just how your brain works. And there's not a lot you can do about it. But I'll be here for you. It'll be cool. It's no big deal. It's not like a major life decision, so we'll be alright. That's where placebo becomes really fucking scary, when it comes to like legit life decisions. It's hard, dude. It's really hard to separate that shit out from reality sometimes. Really, really difficult. Alright, so we got some little 2mm spacers going on here. I'm just going to put these two on this side. Drop the flight controller down, we'll see where we're at. Oh boy, no, that is not enough. Oh shit, I need 3mm. Shit. I don't know if I have 3mm. I don't know if you can get 3mm. That's a lie. Here's a whole bunch of 3mm right here. Oh, it's, that's right. Newbie Drone makes 3mm. Are these, though? Yes, they are. Okay. So let me take these off. And we're going to try these 3mm. Filming Giver says that's a nice hardware kit. Yeah, I've been putting it together forever. Rabbi Assistant says, is this a prototype glide frame, and why is it on the repair table? What happened to it? So this is the FPV Cycle Prototype 5. Weird name, but it's in production. It is a production frame. This was built by Nevin from FPV Exchange for you guys, for my birthday giveaways. And it's on the bench because the way that Nevin built it, the flight controller and the ESC were kind of bound up and touching each other a little bit. So I pulled it apart, and then in order to really get enough space in the stack, I had to resolder the motor wires on. It would have worked the way that he had it, but the flight controller just wasn't floating quite freely enough for my impossible expectations. So yeah, I pulled it down and am gonna get it into a place where it's absolutely perfect to my crazy standards. And then I'll send it out to one of you lucky bastards that's already won it, actually. I don't even remember who won this. I actually am going to have to rewatch the stream, because it does not appear that I wrote the person's name down that won the damn thing. So yeah, I'm going to have to find that stream where I did the giveaway for this and rewatch it like a fucking idiot. But that's life sometimes. Wait. Let me throw 2 of these 3mm on here and just check this real quick, because these actually might not even be tall enough. In which case, I'll have to go to a 5mm or double up the 2mm, but I'd rather not double it up like that. That's annoying. Every time you do an order from GetFPV or... Oh, it was Riot 9? Nice, Motor F. Thanks, brother. How the hell did you know that? Yeah. What was I saying? You were saying! Let's see if this is enough. Oh, yeah. 3mm. Perfect. Perfect. I don't know if it's perfect. Let me put the other 2 on, and that's really kind of gonna sort of be the only way to tell. I might as well put them on purple. Okay, let's see. Alright. Come down here. I'm kind of snug, but not too snug. Alright, now we're going to really see what's up. So, oh! Wait, why is... What the hell's going on here? Why is it rocking back and forth like that? What the fuck? What the hell? Why are you doing that, yo? These are going to be fine. But I've got a really weird situation going on. CMYK says, what millimeter length do you run on the Rip Tweak? What are we talking about? For spacers, CMYK? In between the flight controller and the ESC? Is that what you're referring to? If so, I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I do every stack sort of separate. I do every stack as its own little individual whatever. But most of the time I end up using 2 or 5 millimeter spacers. But it really depends. It depends on how high the highest component is on the ESC and or flight controller. So it can, that's why there's so much variance in it. Alright, so I'm just trying to get these spacers the same tightness so that the flight controller doesn't fucking wobble around like it just was. That was a little weird. Let's try this now. Let's see how it is now. Still doing it. It's still very wobbly. And it's wobbling around on the standoffs. What the hell is happening here? The ESC just doesn't want to sit flat for some reason. So let's do this. I'm going to push down a little bit on each corner, and that's going to let me crank these spacers down a little bit. And hopefully that should fix the problem. I think like one of these rubber grommets on here is not flattening out as much as the others. So this should fix that issue. What the hell happened there? Is that blob of, yeah, it is. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay, I think that's going to be a little bit better now. Let's see. Oh, straps. I use the ones that BQE sends. If you didn't get one of those, then what the fuck? I think it's like 200 millimeters. I believe that's the right length. So luckily, the rubber grommets don't really do anything on the ESC, so I can just crank 2 of these down to fix this problem. I was trying to fix the problem the slightly better way, but this is totally fine to fix it like this. And and now I just need to compress them a little bit more, and then we'll be good to go. Did any of you guys take my Hulu recommendation on Brockmire? I'm actually watching it for a second time now, and it is just as goddamn funny. Hank Azaria is a fucking genius. That role, he's so perfect in that role. It's so goddamn funny. All right, now we're talking. So here's how I figured that out. Before you, when you're mounting your flight controller, what you want to do is look at it like this. Look at it so that you can see in between the flight controller and the ESC, and take your fingers on opposing corners and see if it rocks back and forth, and then do it like this. And what I noticed is that when I did it like this, and it's still kind of doing it right now, it rocks back and forth a little bit. So what that means is these two spacers below are a little bit too tall. So I'm just going to crank them down even more here. Or I can bring these other ones up, but these other ones are already bordering on being a little bit too loose. So I just need to keep cranking these guys down. It's kind of weird that this thing is sitting as flat as it is, because I'm really compressing these on the corners. It's almost like one of the rubber grommets on the ESC is taller than the others. See, and now it's not doing that anymore. It's not doing that little wobble game like a chair with a short leg. So now that's what we want. Make sense? Any questions? If there are any questions, keep them to yourself. I don't want to hear. Just kidding. Ask away. This is Monday Q&A, damn it. Don E with 1,000,000 purple hearts. Thank you, Don. For the love. For the love connection. CiottiFPV taking applications for love in 2021. Coming at... If you love love, call him up at 609 beep 75 beep. No more Stella Artois for me. Pins are in the upward direction. Bing, bang, boom. You're fired, Bob. Guys, we are pretty much done. This has gone real well. I'm going to leave this all set up like this. I'm going to throw some little nuts on here. I am going to use nylock. Oh, I could have just used these little plastic bastards. That's annoying. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, we'll use these plastic guys. They'll be totally fine. I could have what I was trying to say is I could have used these plastic guys as spacers. They would have done really well as spacers, because these little plastic nuts are 2 millimeters tall. So I could have just doubled them up, and yeah, we would have been good. License. This is orange. This is red. This is these are orange. These rigs were built and provided by FPV Exchange, and orange is one of FPV Exchange's colors. Thus, the orange electric tape. But yeah, shit. I mean, that is a little close. Yeah, you know, I am actually going to use these plastic nuts. Because these 3 millimeter spacers are kind of like perfect, but they're perfect for me knowing what you can. Oh, but see, then these are gonna these plastic nuts are not gonna sit down all the way. Yeah, they will. They did before. They'll sit down all the way. We gonna be all right. We'll be all right. Remy Tim says Pandemic Pilot won that build. I just found it for you. Thanks, Daniel. Somebody else had said that Riot 9 won this build. I'm gonna trust Daniel though because he said he looked it up. I can't believe I didn't write that down somewhere. Thanks for looking that up, Daniel. That is very cool of you. I'm gonna not write it down and then I'll forget. Alright, 3mm spacers are off. We're gonna replace those with 4 mils. Let me grab a pen and write Pandemic Pilot on this thing here. Pandemic. Oh. Pilot. There we go. Cool. Good to go. Alright. What else do we got going on here? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay. So let me just get some of the garbage plastic off here. And what I could also maybe do is round out some of the... No, this is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. Let's just throw these nutties on. And let's see how they do. Yeah, no, see, they're fine. They're fine. It gets in there just fine. Okay. We're good. T-Bird says, Riot 9 won the Apex or Glide. I haven't done a Glide giveaway yet, but I did do one of the Apexes. And so if Riot 9 is Jesse Riley in Australia, then yeah, he won the Apex. Which I fixed the other day and just need to get it in the box. Riot 9 won the Apex. Ah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Thanks for looking that up, guys. That's very fucking cool of you. Very cool. 10 out of 10. Alright. And we are getting nutted up. Just like on Tuesdays. What? What? The hell's that supposed to mean? Is this nut bigger or something? What the fuck is going on? Man, they put this heat shield is too big. This heat shield has not been properly designed. It's not the end of the world, but it is annoying. So we're just gonna have to go nut face by nut face. That's what she said. This is gonna be a long stream, yo. We were in it for a while when YouTube was jacking off. I wonder what the replay of this stream is gonna be like with YouTube having a total shit fit for the first like half hour. Should be kind of interesting. I wonder, I should have probably stopped and restarted the damn stream at 10 o'clock. That was stupid of me. Okay, so I'm just kind of struggling to get some of these nuts to spin all the way down, but we're gonna be okay. I will persevere. Get these as tight as I can here. Just using my fingernails on the outside in hopes that I'll kind of exert the same amount of pressure on each one of these so that they're all kind of spun down evenly and equally. All right. God damn it. I thought it was on there. Alright, I'm going to have to hit that with a little liquid electric tape when I'm done. Okay, let's put the second set of plastic nuts on and we'll see how balanced or not balanced the flight controller is, and then we can adjust. Okay. T-Word says, that's what she said, little nuts. Paul McDonald says you should have an accompanying bench stream on Instagram so we can get that high def bench view. The problem is mounting the problem is mounting my phone. I don't have a really good solution for that, and then once it's mounted, I won't be able to see the chat on there. But when I get my next Google payment, I'll be able to get that M1 Mac, and then we'll be able to stream 1080p here, and we'll be good to go. You guys will be able to see in ever so slightly better detail how badly I'm fucking these rigs up. See how that's wobbling? See that wobble? You don't want that. You can't have that. Gotta get rid of that. And it's because of this one back here. There's something going on with this one back here. It's really unhappy. It's sitting up high. It was doing that last time. I don't really understand. But don't really need to understand. All we need to do is crank this nut down. Crank it, Johnny! I don't know who Johnny is, but he's going to crank it. He's going to crank something. That's for sure. It's almost like this screw is a little bit shorter than the others, but I know that's not right. Let me take the top nut off, and I'm just going to really crank down the bottom nut. Man, this is the shit in builds that like separates the good builds from the fuck it, I'm sick of doing this, just throw it together and then it never quite flies right builds. You just gotta be willing to do this shit if you want something that's gonna be durable and give you really good performance. Oh, come on, motherfucker. Come on, yo. Don't fight me like this. Come on, man, you're a plastic nut. Spin. Jerk off. Yeah, jerk off. Really good Healthy Gamer went up today or yesterday. I posted a big chunk of it on my Instagram stories. Really, really powerful stuff, man. Dr. K never ceases to amaze me. My own talk therapy journey has been great, but, you know, my therapist has the ability to, like, talk to me directly. Dr. K, well, I mean, he's talking to these people directly, but it's just different, man. He's only got, like, one session to work with him, and the shit that he gets to the bottom of is really impressive. It's really good stuff. Check it out if you have a chance. If you guys haven't subbed to Healthy Gamer GG by now, you're missing out. It's gonna help you. That's much, much, much better. Oh, that's kind of perfect now. Okay, good. Alright, so now I just need one more set of plastic nuts because I used both sets that came out of this build as spacers. Oh yeah, and I need to look. Oh god, yeah, we've got acres of room now. This is perfect. Beautiful. with a P. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys know what I'm saying? No, that nut doesn't look like that other nut. There are two different types of plastic nuts. One of them is like super concave on the inside, and the other one is not. And like, you know, I'm a crazy person, right? So like, I can't mismatch them. So I will sit here and go through them one by one until I find all of one kind. And just like that, with enough stubbornness, I've found a matching set of plastic nuts. Happy days are here again, boys and girls. Your boy CiottiFPV is a crazy person. But he's a crazy person whose rigs look real good when they're done. So, you know, eat me. Alright. We got two little nuts. Oh, where'd it go? It's gone. Gone forever. Okay, no more builds. Lost the only matching set of nuts. Okay. And there we have it. That is our flight controller and ESC stack ready to go. Except for the fact that this nut keeps wanting to fuck with me. Stop it. STAHP it. Stop it. That's how Linda Belcher pronounces it. Stop! Stop! Bobby! Stop! Okay. And now to check your flight control, you just give it a little poke. Just give it a little poke with your fingers. Make sure that it's going to move around a little bit. That's what you want. You want a little bit of movement. You need to have a little bit of movement. It's got to be able to move like that to damp out some of the vibrations. Double check this plug. That plug I can see is buried. This motherfucker is done. We're going to go top plate, and I'm going to throw my tune on it. And what time is it? Ooh, it's 10 after 11. Good stuff. It starts says, why no race wire in this build? Because it's not for me. I typically don't do race wire on the version 1.0 of the builds. What I'll usually do is build it with the full, even my own rigs, a lot of times I'll do this. I'll build it with the full regular motor wires, and then inevitably these motor wires will get chopped up by prop strikes, and at that point, that's when I'll put whichever one gets chopped up first, I'll put a race wire there, and then one of the other ones will get chopped up, I'll put a race wire there. So I kind of like use the race wires as a maintenance item. Sometimes I'll put them on from the jump if I'm really feeling saucy with the builds. But man, it takes a long time. It takes a really long time to put them on from the get-go. So, all right, I have to put standoffs. I've got standoffs missing. I kind of forgot. I didn't really forget, but you know how it goes. So, as I put these standoffs on, we're gonna get to see if I left enough room on these motor wires. There's a chance that I didn't. I mean, I probably did, but yeah, maybe I didn't. Let's see. One goes in here. Oh boy, I forgot about this. It kind of digs into this little sandwich plate here. Riot 9 with $5.56 Australian for the debauchery fund. Thank you, Riot 9. There's going to be some debauchery coming soon up in here, and I can't wait. Be a good change. Feels good, man. Look at that. The motor wires are just the right length. I could have maybe made this one a little bit longer, but it's actually totally fine. This one's a little too long, so what I can actually do is kind of fish it out a little bit like this, and then push this one down so it's got a little bit of a shorter run. Yeah, perfect. So now that one's got the shortest run because it's the shortest of the wires. And then this one, ooh, yeah, that is beautiful. Now we are talking. I don't know what we're talking about, but, you know, communication is very important. Always remember that. Never forget. Chris Croft says, what are better motor options for a heavy 3-inch build? 12x12 motors, just look which to look at or stay away from. It depends on how heavy, Chris. What's the build? What's it going to end up weighing? The 1505s and the 1306s, those are really good for like 200 to 220 grams. When you go up from there, you go to like the 1804s. The 1804s were the best motors that I ever ran on my Acrobrat, which was like 260, 270 grams. If you're going north of that, you should really be looking at a 3.5-inch prop. At 260, 270 grams, 3-inch props are starting to get way too small, and the rig isn't going to fly anything like a 5-inch rig or anything else that you've got, really. When you come off the throttle, it really kind of plummets out of the sky. So yeah, there's a couple of different options for you, just taking sort of shots in the dark. Alright. Todd Tube says, your email? I don't usually give my email out, Todd. What's going on? What do you need? T-Bird says, what is the Loctite-like stuff you use on plastic? Still living my 1804s. I don't put any, when I have stuff going into plastic, I don't put any kind of Loctite or anything on it. You could use super glue. I used to do that in airsoft days. Just make sure you only use the tiniest little bit of the super glue, because it works real well as Loctite, and if you put too much of it on, you're never going to get it apart. But yeah, I use, if I ever needed Loctite on plastic parts, I would just use super glue. Chomper's in the house. What's up, homeboy? Chris Croft says, Micro Apex 3 with DJI. Oh my god, yeah, so that's going to be real heavy. That's probably going to be knocking on the door of 300 grams. I would seriously steer you towards the 4-inch arms for that. That frame is way too heavy for 3-inch props, unfortunately. I really don't understand why they made such a heavy frame and then made a 3-inch prop option. It doesn't really make any sense. The flight characteristics are going to be kind of a mess. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I think you would want to go 1804, because you don't want to go any bigger than that and make the weight situation any worse. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would stick with the X-Nova 1804s if you're hellbent on staying 3-inch with that rig, or with that frame rather. Oh, perfect. What? is that? Jesus Christ. Well, that's unexpected. There are press nuts on this top plate that are hitting the front nuts of this mount. So it's kind of a weird solution, but I'm actually going to have to remove these press nuts and switch to these thinner press nuts. Wow, that's kind of frustrating, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so let me see if I can remove these. This is going to be kind of tough. Oh yeah, this is going to be real tough. Oh no, there it goes. Nice! Oh my goodness, I can't believe that just worked. Yeah! See, that's why I love these Tecton needle nose pliers. Man, are they good. Yeah! Terrific. Okay, cool. Let's try it again on this one. Definitely helps that I'm spinning the press nut in the correct direction, unlike the other night. The other night being yesterday during the day, I guess. Oh, terrific. Get out of there, you. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now I need my little puller set up here. And we're going to use these black press nuts, which are ultra flat. Go-Kart Marzo says, do you still have any airsoft left? Yeah, man, lots. Show and tell, I got a bunch that just sit on a gun rack in the shed nowadays. Yeah, I have a... I couldn't stomach selling it all because I had so much money tied up in it. And by the time I got out, the value of that shit was like kind of took such a nosedive. I have a an M16A4 with a G&P front Riz where I could also put a with a removable bottom plate so that I could put a well, fuck. This top plate is ruined. Why did this top plate get so fucked up here? What the hell happened? God damn it. And then I've got an M4 with a G&P Riz up front. Same deal. I could move the M203 between the two of those. And then I've got the MP5 that I built myself for CQB, which is it's a TM base. It's still got the TM body because I just wanted it to be as light as possible for coming around corners, just to have any little bit of extra speed in getting the gun up and on target. And then I've got a CQB M4 as well. So I mean, just basically, you know, M4s in short, medium, and long, and then an MP5. And then I still have most of my gear, all Eagle Industries and Blackhawk Industries gear. A lot of really, really nice stuff. It's in a big ass box. Well, that's fucked. I will take the top plate off of my Prototype 5 just so that I can get this out the door. Yeah, that's fine. Unless, yeah, nope, no I won't, because it has the thick press nuts on it. Fuck! So this is one of the things that I don't like about this Prototype 5 frame. It's kind of set up for an AIO, which in my opinion is just an awful idea for a 5-inch rig. I mean, if AIOs can't survive more than like 5 batteries on a fucking toothpick, how do you think they're going to be on a 5-inch rig going 100 miles an hour into concrete? So yeah, this is not great. I'm going to have to... Well, let's see what happens. Glide frame, guys, for life. Is YouTube dropping more frames? Way to go, YouTube. Fuck off. Die. Rob Oxen says, is that the prototype glide frame? What's the height of the stack? Camera mounts seem to limit your stack height. Discover that with the CL1 frame. File both sides and you're good. So this is the FPV Cycle Prototype 5 frame. It's been out for a long time. Yeah, this is why I don't like vertical camera plate frames. Is you can't change your standoff height depending on what your electronics package is going to be. This is a frame that was I believe mainly made to carry the full-size air unit. It doesn't really make much sense to build this frame over a glide, in my opinion, unless you're needing to use a full-size air unit. I built this frame as an analog setup, and it was fine. It just wasn't like great. It didn't do anything that the glide didn't do, and there's a bunch of things that I actually really kind of don't like about it. Some of which you're getting to see right now when compared to the glide. So yeah, not the frame for me, but if you're into digital, then and you like the air units, then it's kind of the only option for an FPV Cycle build for you. It will also work with the Vista, and it's an okay frame. It's got great vibration resistance characteristics. And it's an interesting design, but for me the glide is a lot better in a lot of different ways. B-Man says, if a 3mm hex driver is 5.5, what's a 2mm hex nut driver size? It is 4mm. This is what you want. The Weeha. Come on, Logitech, you scumbag. The Weeha 265, 4.0 by 60. 60 is the length. And then if you want to get the M3 version, this is what you want. You can get these individually on Amazon, or individually on eBay, or you can buy the full kit on Amazon. If you get the full kit, there's 2 different full kits of these Weeha drivers. One of the kits does not go up this big. So one of the kits does not include this 5.5, which you need for the M3 nuts. Fair fucking warning, I made that mistake. And I had to order that one off of eBay individually for like $10 fucking dollars. Which I'm definitely not all sour about. Rob Oxen says, I'm so pissed for what I pay for the internet. This crap shouldn't happen. I have to resort back to my phone. Is your internet taking a shit? That's super annoying. Oh, God. I think I'm caught up on chat. The hell's going on back here? Whatever, it's fine. Okay. I hope that I'm going to be able to remove these press nuts from this top plate to put the little skinny ones on so that I can complete this giveaway build and ship it out. To all you guys that have won giveaways who haven't gotten your stuff yet, thank you for not coming here with pitchforks and torches and killing me. I am getting caught up day by day by day. But, life is fucking kicking the shit out of me right now, so I appreciate your being cool about it. You won't have to wait much longer, though. I'm almost caught up. So, thank you for being a bunch of chill dudes. Plus, I like to kind of think that if I wait long enough, then, like, enough time will go by and you guys will, like, forget about it, and then it'll show up and you'll be like, oh my god, this is amazing! I totally forgot! What a double surprise! Woo! Christmas in July! Whee! Farts. So this is the this here is the prototype 5 builds that I did for myself to test the frame, and this is gonna get reframed into a super secret 533 frame that they sent me a while ago. I've been slammed, so I haven't had a chance to dive into it yet. But forget that I said that. Forget that I said that, if you don't mind. Moving on. Oh God, what's that about? Is that gonna turn out? Yeah, there it goes. Oh man, that dug in there. Fuck. Well, I hope both of these aren't jacked up now. Who's building? You guys didn't tell me who's building. I don't. Oh man, I think this is. I think both of these base plates are fucked. Please no. Please no. Oh no, I think I'm good. It's not just falling in there. Okay, cool. No, I think we're alright. I think we're alright. We alright. No pitchforks. Looking forward to Christmas Apex builds. It'll be worth the wait, I promise. Got my super secret tune on it. It's not really super or secret. Although that's not true. Every single person that I've worked with on Fiverr for tuning and build planning has been like, holy shit, you're tuned, dude. Oh my god. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's not like super special. It's just like a little bit overstock. You just got to get everything like it's a whole like it's a whole bunch of little things basically. Mark and Mark Spatz and Chris Rosser, and you know that their tuning approach is based in black box logs, and you know, really kind of chasing the dragon, looking for every tiny little bit of a performance increase, and that looks good on black box logs. But what looks good in flight footage, in my opinion, is a tune that's a little bit backed off from there, so that it's a little bit softer, and so that the edges are a little bit kind of yeah, a little more backed off. And also, when you fly and crash a lot and you have a really jacked up tune, you can't fly the damn thing home a lot of times. Like, you'll try to fly it home with a bent prop and it'll just go crazy, and you'll have to either ditch it and take the walk, or, I mean, worst case, you crash it somewhere unrecoverable and like it's kind of game over. So yeah, my tune is much more geared towards yeah, something that flies good and that the footage looks good on, instead of the black box logs looking good on it, if that makes sense. The other thing that drives me fucking crazy about vertical camera plates is trying to get the goddamn top plate on. Becomes like the fucking world's worst puzzle. Well, it'll slam home once I put these screws into it. So let's take care of that. Hopefully they don't strip the F out. New drone field that's open. What? Drone field? What does that mean, Devin? What's a drone field? Is that a, is this gonna start going? Drone field. What is that? And if you couldn't guess, no, I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that. I don't even know what a drone field is. There are a lot of photography drone people in Atlanta, though. I almost went to one of their meetups on Saturday. This last Saturday at 6 o'clock, they were having a meetup at Piedmont Park. And I really wanted to go. I really wanted to kind of force myself to go, but then I didn't. And I'm kind of pissed because the sunset was absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I don't know. I just bailed on it. I'll try to convince myself to go to their next one. I don't know. Photography drone people, like, they take it so seriously, and like they call themselves pilots, and like I'm afraid I'm gonna say something mean, you know? Like, hey, all you fucknuts, stop fucking calling yourself pilots. You don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that to come out of my mouth. That's not nice. It's not going to leave a good first impression. Although I'm sure all of the real airplane pilots feel the exact same way about us. But I mean, at least we've got like airplane pilot amounts of hours into it, you know? Like they can probably respect us a little bit for that. I mean, Christ, I probably have more hours into flying FPV than a lot of airplane pilots do have hours into flying airplanes. You know what I mean? So by that rationale, I'm more of a pilot than they are. Hey, look at that. A prototype 5 lives. And everything clears, everything's neat and tidy. This kind of came out the side here, but let's just send it out the back. Whoever gets this, I'm going to leave them to, I already forget who this is going to. As a pandemic pilot, I'm going to leave this like this. He can choose to strain relief it there, or maybe here, or maybe he puts it out the side. But I'm just going to leave it like a little retarded rat tail. Fairly Functional says flying a plane is way easier than a drone. I can totally see that. Wait, where's whoever was talking about the drone field? Devin, tell us more. Right across the street from Denver High School. Denver High School? We talking about the same Alpharetta? I live in Alpharetta, Georgia. Is there an Alpharetta in Denver? Who the hell's building a drone field? Like, how do you is like the government doing that? How does that work? Raboxon says internet provider will be getting a call from me. I'm back on the phone. Tell me everything you know, Devin. Just in general, just in life. Just tell me everything. I don't want to think. Tell me everything. I actually need to pull my transmitter apart. Is this really done? I think it is. Arms are nice and strong. Let's get the tunage on here. And then, well, you know what I can do? I can pull the, I can do a diff from my prototype 5. Ooh! Hell yeah. I am a fucking genius. A genius, I tell ya. So I'm gonna plug in my Prototype 5 where I was spending a little bit of time on the tune, and we're just gonna do a diff. And then that'll be that. That'll save me a little bit of time. That's pretty cool. Rob Exton says, get a Cat X Ratel on that and go out for a night flight. Yeah, right? No, I can't. Rigs that are going to go to other people, I typically try to not fly them. Man, I am getting bit the fuck up by mosquitoes lately. I was trying to spend more time outside. Get me those little bastards. Okay, so this is my Prototype 5. Great, I'm so happy. Oh, hey, this is on 4.3. Oh, that's right. This has the Acon F7, which is one of the very few ball sacks. That have, I don't know. You figure it out. Just kind of slowly working my way through here to make sure that there's no resource reassignments. Oh, I don't want to take this VTX table. I do not want to take the VTX table. So I think I'm just going to pull from here. I think this is just what I want. This and below. Oh, nope. There's some stuff up here that I want. That's okay. New text document. Paste it. Move it down a little bit. I'm not going to take the VTX table because I don't know what VTX this thing is going to get when it gets home. It's a pandemic. I'm not going to pull these aux channels. I'm not going to pull this TAER mat. I am going to pull the beacon. I'm going to pull the serial. Nope, I'm not going to pull the serial. I'm also not going to pull this. Not going to pull that. So I'm just going to take the beacon, I think. That's going to turn on the ESC beeper. All right, cool. So there's my diff. Let's disconnect this. Plug in the other one. I'm actually going to have to flash it to 4.3. That'll be fun. Oh god, that's right. The full-size Acon F7 does have a release candidate of 4.3. That's the rig that impressed me with how good 4.3 flew. So this is on 4.2.8, so we're going to update firmware. Shit. What was it? Talon F7? Not Talon F7. It's Acon F7. Let me just check it. Let me just connect to it and just double check. 12 McFarland Parkway, Highway 400, same Alpharetta. No shit, Devin. Interesting. What does a drone park look like? It is Acon F7. Okay, so we're good. I'm assuming it's just going to be an empty field. They're going to have police and firefighters training the drones there too. Well, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Huh. So yeah, that definitely means it's just going to be a wide open empty field. Yeah, whatever. It'll be interesting. Acon F7. And, oh shit, they took the 4.3 out of here. Really? No, there we go. There we go. No, they took it out. No shit. Fuck. Or maybe I went down in here to development. Did I really do that? No shit. I don't want to send this out with a development build on it. So we're just gonna leave this. I'm gonna paste this in, and we're gonna look for any red. See that red? See, we got a couple red. Invalid name. That's interesting. Dynamic idle. So they changed the name of dynamic idle. And then what's this one? Black box sample rate. They changed the name of that. Other than that, it looks like we're good though. So we're gonna save it. And now I'm just gonna check everything. Devin, is it like red? Have you like visited it? Do you know what it is? It's a recycled carbon playground. I have to assume that it's just going to be an empty field. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm just going to go through these tabs to make sure that nothing weird happened. I really don't like doing diffs, but it is actually kind of fun. Oh, I probably need to flash the ESC, so we'll take care of that. Receiver, I'm going to leave alone because I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what. That's crazy, Devin. Huh. Property is literally connected to it. And then that looks good. That looks good. This is on air mode on by default. Let's turn the OSD on. We might as well turn telemetry on. Might as well. Save and reboot. Right 9 says you have to save twice if you get errors. Well, that's weird. Some of the things came through though. Well, we'll see when we get to the PID tab. Power and voltage looks fine. Failsafe, that's fine. PID tuning. This is on 4.2.8, so we're good. Yeah, it looks like the PIDs came through, so that's cool. Let me take this scale factor out because these are that. Well, no, actually, we're gonna put in an 85% scale. D-min 50 and 50, gain and advance, I-term relax, 10 cutoff, dynamic idle is off. Feed forward transition of 1. Feed forward, I'm just going to leave this alone because this is my tune. If he doesn't like it, he can change it. T-max 60, 70, 50, 60. Yeah, we're off the sliders, which is kind of annoying. Let me actually enable the sliders. Because it just makes tuning a lot simpler, because realistically, this is all you need to do to the sliders to get a tune that's like fucking 90% perfect. What's the difference between a diff and a dump? So diff grabs everything that's different than like normal. Dump grabs everything. So the diff only grabs the things that you've changed. The dump grabs absolutely everything. The problem with the dump is it doesn't put the word set in there. So you can't copy and paste a dump. You can only take a dump and paste it into into like a text document. Like, see this set? When you do the dump, it doesn't give you that set. So if you take a dump and you copy it and you paste it into the CLI, it won't do anything. The diff gives you that set so you can copy and paste it and it'll change everything. Okay. PIDs are looking good. Rate profile. These are my rates. No throttle expo. Good. TPA breakpoint. That all looks fine. Filter settings. These are probably yeah. So these are pretty aggressive filters. So let's get the sliders turned back on, and I'm gonna make this a little bit more safe here. 2 harmonics. Minimum frequency of 100. I'm actually gonna change that to 200. I want this 80 and 350, and now we're looking good. All right, so there we go. This is all fine. Modes I'm gonna leave alone. OSD. Well, OSD is whatever. Yeah, it's got my OSD. That's fine. Let's do a motor test. I haven't actually plugged this thing into power. It might blow up for all I know. Wait, no, I did plug it into power with the 2 motors connected, but not with all 4. So maybe there's a short on these motors and it'll catch fire. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So these are the 2 motors. I'm going to touch these. These are the 2 motors I just soldered up on the bottom here, so I'm just going to touch them so that I can feel them beep. Yep, they're good. Cool. So we've got power. Let me kill power. I'm going to give this thing full voltage, and we're going to spin the motors up and see what direction they be spinning. Wonderful, no fire. Understand the risk. And let's spin them up. Alright, cool. So now let's spin them up real slow, see what direction they're spinning. Everything is spinning the same direction. So motor 1 is wrong. Motor 2 is right. Motor 3 is right. Motor 4 is wrong. So motors 1 and 4 need to be reversed. Fair enough. Disconnect. BL Heli 32 coming up. Jackalope with a $5 super chat. He says, iMac hype train choo choo. Not going to download this yet. Thank you, Jackalope. Very, very cool of you, man. Super, super generous. Let's get this. Where's the earphone? There it is. Pushing us over the 1600 mark. Look at him go. JakelopeFPV, a one-man hype team. Thank you, brother. Lots about taking. I actually have to take it down. Yeah, no feed forward, Alpha Sloth. I don't like the way that it makes the footage look. It makes the footage look very nervous, and every single little correction that you make on the sticks kind of shows through. Maybe I just have jittery fingers. Maybe, you know, a better pilot can make high feed forward look good. Or pilots that fly with hypersmooth, definitely. But I don't. I fly without stabilization, so I need a little bit of help for my footage to look nice and smooth. So I run very low feed forward. Alright. Yeah, we gotta flash this to 32.8. Okay, yeah, 32.7. Alright, so we're gonna flash them to 32.8. Chris Croft says, we have drone parks in Brisbane. The council designated as parks. The council designated the parks as drone parks. Very cool, Chris. Interesting. Riot says if you have save in your paste, then it won't actually save without typing again, or at least I found that. That's interesting. I always type it separately after I check everything over. Devin B says, when you played Airsoft, did you play at fields around Atlanta? I didn't, Devin. I played Airsoft when I lived up in New Jersey. We had a couple of really cool fields in New Jersey, and then the big field was up in Massachusetts, Tolland, Massachusetts. It's where the Green Mountain Rangers used to train, and we would go up and skirmish with them all the time, as well as Eagle and Virginia Rangers and a couple of the other big milsim teams. But yeah, we had a bunch of really good spots in New Jersey. The best of which was this one. If you guys want to see the really old shit that I've uploaded, you got to type in Ciotti87 to YouTube, and you'll find my old channel with 11 subscribers. Man, look at that. This was the I gotta mute the shit out of this. This was the really fun field that we had. This is actually my senior project, was filming, editing this. Yeah, this was a blast. 6,000 views. Uploaded October 2nd, 2006. What do you think of that? There's your boy. There's your boy Ciotti getting ready to fucking murk somebody. We just happened to be both cameras in one spot. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Get him. Yeah, man, airsoft was a different kind of fun. I was into it for 8 or 9 years, almost 10 years. Had a really good time with it. Man, I was in shape back then. Holy shit. I wasn't I'm stronger now than I was back then, believe it or not, but fucking A, my cardio was something else. There's your boy. There he is, going out in slow motion. Look at them skinny legs. Okay. Hold on. Quads, right. Beacon delay down to 2 minutes, or as close as you can get it. PWM low 24, PWM high 48. Brake on stop 100%. Startup beep volume, turn that down a little bit for the sake of people sleeping in the house. And motor timing auto, motor direction good. Okay, so we're gonna write this setup to all 4 ESCs, and then we're gonna reverse motors 1 and 4. And yeah, this is one of my very earliest paying gigs. I did this promo video for Team Eagle. We were really good friends with them. We trained with them a lot. And yeah. Early days, CiottiFPV, fucking January 29th, 2007. This was back when I thought I was going to do TV radio for a living. Okay, so we need to go motors 1 and 4 here. And we got to take them from normal to reverse, and we're going to right. Okay. That did not go as planned. It didn't right to motor 4. That was weird. We'll do it manually. Okay. So motor 4 is reversed, motor 3 is normal, motor 2 is normal, motor 1 is reversed. That's what we want. So now we're good to go. We can get out of BL Heli. And get back into beta flight, and we'll test the yeah, YouTube was brand new back then. It was I was on the fucking cutting edge, yo. This was a CQB spot that we had, I think, in New Jersey, that was just mega. This spot, man, we loved playing here, but fucking A, it was so painful to play there. Just all the engagement distances were so short that it was just a day of blood and screaming and watery eyes getting lit the fuck up from like 5 feet away from somebody hiding in a room. So we're good to go. Motors are spinning the right direction. They are updated. RPM filtering is on. Yeah. Good to go. Let me set the black box is good to go. 1K gyro scaled. Cool. Disconnect. Prototype 5 is ready to go to Pandemic Pilot. Jackalope just subbed. Here comes the CiottiFPV sub train. Here's the I don't even know how to get into this channel anymore. I don't know how to access it. This is on like an old fucking email address. There's the link. Yeah, that's on a super. Oh man, that is my old boy beta. Oh man, best cat in the fucking world right here. Oh man, this is my old apartment in New Jersey too. Look at all those CDs and DVDs, yo. I still have, this is the same set of speakers that I've got though, Paradigm Monitor 7s. This was back when I had the the matching subwoofer though, PDR-12. Thing fucking slammed. And this is when I actually, the very first time I got into like flying RC. This was one of those stupid little infrared counter-rotating main propeller with a little tiny pusher propeller in the back. And I just forced myself to do it until I could like somewhat confidently fly it around the house. Man, it was so hard to fly though. They flew like shit. No gyro, no nothing. Man, this cat, guys. I miss him so bad. He was such a man. He was best friend I'll ever have. I'll never have a human best friend that is as good as this cat. He was just, yeah, man, fucking Beta. I miss him so bad. He set the bar way too high for cats for me. He was such a good dude. 20 pounds of meat and cheese. Just a good boy, man. Everybody that met him like remembers him and shit. Like, he was so beautiful too. He had this like British short hair look. He had that fat fucking face. Look at him. There's a ton of photography over on my Facebook page of him. Oh man, he's so good. He was so good. Get it. Get it. Get it again. Don't let it talk shit. Yeah, get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh, this is back when I had the surrounds hung too. I still have these. I still have these Paradigm dipole surrounds. They're really, really nice. But every apartment that I've lived in since this one, I think, has not had a really good spot to put the dipole surrounds up. Oh wow, this is back in the days of Guitar Hero too. Look at that, Guitar Hero guitar. A trip down memory lane. I can't play the audio because it's James Brown. Oh man, I miss Beta. God damn, he was such a good dude. Here, look at this fucking cat. Yeah, his name was Beta, B-E-T-A. His full name was Beta the Test Cat. I adopted him from Brad's sister, who they had two cats that they always wondered what they would look like if they had an offspring. And then eventually they had offspring, and Beta was the one of their kittens that looked like an exact mix of the two of them. So they named him Beta the Test Cat. Here he is. Here's my boy, man. I also kind of learned how to light. I learned lighting with Beta. He would he was fine with you taking pictures of him, and so yeah, I really learned how to light by shooting him and just moving lights around and trying different things. And yeah, he was my boy, man. I had him in my 20s. He was who was with me all day every day in my 20s when I lived alone. And yeah, he kept me company. Yeah, good guy. Look at him. Look at that cat. Such a good dude. Yeah, here you can, as I go farther down, you can start to see the quality of the light improve as I got better and better at lighting. Yeah, there he is. That's my favorite image of him. I have a hard time looking at that image though, because it's like he's waving goodbye. He got an autoimmune disease. It's kind of like the feline version of HIV or AIDS. It's called FIP. This is back when I was super into longboarding too. I had all my longboards hung up on the main wall there. Yeah, he had half a mustache, half a reverse mustache, I would always call it, because it was white. But yeah, he got FIP, and he just kind of like, never mind. I can't really get into that without fucking losing my mind. This is called Shutter Drag. This is a really cool lighting and focus pulling technique that I figured out on him. That was kind of fun. This is all in camera. There's no Photoshop at all in this. This is all in camera. Really cool technique. You let the flash, you let the off-camera strobes freeze the action, and then you rack the focus to throw the ambient light out of focus, and you can do this really cool blur. That's why it's nice and crisp down here. You guys can't see it. It's real crisp down here because the flash pop is exposing this, and because there's not much ambient light down here, but then up here there's a ton of ambient light. So when I rack the focus, it throws all the ambient light out of focus. But the flash pop is enough. Well, I mean, you have to set it to be enough to freeze all the parts of the image where there is not a lot of ambient. I love lighting, man. I fucking if I could go back and do it all again, I would have pursued lighting as a career. This is me. I can play this. This is me playing drums, actually, for disc makers. I've told the story a million times about disc makers, but yeah, this is our. This was the disc makers' Christmas party every year. We would have all the in-house bands would jam all night long. We would all play 2 songs. Super fun. I wonder if this will get. This certainly shouldn't trip the. No, it's not gonna. There's no. Rob Oxelson says we gotta talk exposure. I'm always down to talk exposure, man. Fuck yeah. Rob Axelson also says Buena Note, providers make him angry. Bob Noxious says you can tell he had a lot of personality. Yeah, that's exactly what he had, his personality. Oh, look at that young ass Ciotti up in there, 2008. This is fun, man. God damn. I miss working for this company. These guys are amazing. That's Jack Gillespie. This is Chris Wolfe, and then Chris Orenick on the bass on the left. Man, some of the best friends I'll ever have. Jack was a fucking absurd guitar player too. Ugh. All right, moving on. Although it's after midnight. Let's actually, this has been a weird stream, but a really good stream. We got this Prototype 5 done. I'm not going to dive into any of these glide repairs. I'm going to bang them out tomorrow, I think. So maybe I'll do a little workshop stream tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up because I told somebody that I was going to talk to them tonight, and I would really like to talk to them. Thanks for hanging out, fellas. Wait, let me get caught up on chat real quick. Skippy says, yo, B-Man says, used to whale some Guitar Hero, didn't we all? I think I'm good. B-Man says, is that Jack Black? Almost. And then Rob says, a great still will tell a better story than any video. Yeah, I'm, see what you did there, Remy. Yeah, I see both sides of it. Yeah. Stills are what I like about stills is that they're just more like you can just really just sit there and kind of stare at it and you can tell your own story with it, which is really interesting. I feel like video tells more of the story, so it doesn't allow you to kind of fill in the blanks and make your own story to some extent. Talk more about that tomorrow. Here comes some flying. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I know I'm gonna. Oh, here's this cross building. Is this gonna play? Yeah, this will play. Hopefully there's some... No, that's not a good one. Do I not crash immediately in any of these? Oh! 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 Here you guys go. I love every fucking one of you. Don't ever forget that. See you guys tomorrow or Wednesday.
I go deep, so deep, I OD on them. I apply pressure, put heat on levitate. Going up, elevate. Watch me demonstrate. On time, never late. I grind, celebrate. No pump, fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day. Champagne Perrier. Since 9-3, been in the box, now stepping up to home. So clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings. They thought I lost a stepping. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm repping. Put on for the whole city. Yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm repping. Sending emojis. I'm blowing a pack of that OG. Don't be acting like you know me. And if you did, that's the old me. Winter time, rock a cold fleece. Pocket fat, that's obese. Only talking money if it's increased. She give me brain, girl, no teeth. I touch down, bust down. She busted open for a real nigga. Stay tommied up, trying to build it up, trying to count it up, hill figures. Don't be chillin' with no lil niggas. And if I do, I be real with them. Chase a dream, that's a meal ticket. ISO gang, yeah, they still with us. I put it in motion, they got me steady. Thoughts on my mind, it's weighing heavy. Watch how I shine, tell them I'm ready. I'm hitting my stride, let's get to the fetty. I was just sitting back watching them fold. Racks on me now, yeah, it's looking swole. I hold it down and I got my own. Keeping it grown, we back to the bone. Yeah, flying flashy, ayy, ayy. We too fancy, ayy, ayy. Can't walk past me, ayy. Ayy, right up your alley, wait, I gotta play it safe, watch me isolate, watch me isolate, ayy, watch me isolate, whoa. Clear out the room, I'm coming through, they wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill, I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it, I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit, yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings, they thought I lost a stepping. I bet on me and my team, ISO is what I'm repping. Put on for the whole city, yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team, ISO is